Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to take a trip down memory lane and talk about this unique device called the Raon Digital Vega. It was released in 2007 by Raon Digital, a company based in South Korea, and it is a personal computer, or rather a UMPC. It was ahead of its times in terms of portability and functionality, so let's dive in and explore what makes the Raon Digital Vega such an interesting device. Let's start with the looks of the device. For the time it has a compact and sleek design, but if you'd ask me today, I'd say it resembles more of a brick. But for what it is a pretty nice form factor. It features a 4.3-inch display with a 800 by 480 resolution, and the device can easily fit in a pocket or bag, and as it was positioned as a multimedia device, it also does have built-in speakers and even a microphone. It was released in 2007, as I said, with Windows XP Home Edition. And that is an interesting fact, because Windows Vista was released in 2006, 1 year ago. It did, however, lack any kind of wireless communication built in. If you want to go online, you need a USB adapter for either Wi-Fi or Ethernet. It also lacks any kind of wireless LAN, like for 3G or UMTS, as would be appropriate for the time, and it also doesn't have any built-in Bluetooth. It does, however, have two USB-A ports and a mini USB port, as well as a microphone input, headphone outputs, and it also supported mini VGA, for which an adapter came in the box to a full-size VGA connector. That mini USB port might seem out of place for some of you people. That's because it can be used to access the internal hard drive instead of it just being something that is passed along to the OS. You can just connect it to any computer and it will appear as a standard hard drive. And you will actually see the make and model of the hard drive that is in the machine. Under the hood there is an AMD G-Out LX800 CPU clocked at 500 MHz, 512 MB of RAM and a 30 GB hard disk. Although there were models with 265 MB of RAM. The device ran Windows XP Home Edition, like I said, but it can also run Linux distributions as long as they are not that old. The removable battery had a capacity of 3300 mAh, and surprisingly it still holds a decent charge. It's responsible for a lot of the weight and thickness of the device, however. In terms of usability, there's a joystick button to control the mouse cursor, and then there are 13 other buttons that control things like left click, right click, enter, and some other functions. There are combo buttons, and that makes it so that the 13 buttons on the front can perform about 50 actions. Since mine doesn't have the original restore partition anymore, I had to rely on a fresh copy of Windows XP and had to find some of the drivers myself. I did manage to find a sound driver that got the sound sort of working, but everything is weird and plays back too fast. Here is, for example, some of the sample music that comes with Windows XP. In conclusion, the Raon Digital Vega seems like a device I would have bought if I had enough disposable income and if I were old enough. But I wonder if I'd enjoyed using it. Like many UMPCs, the controls were cramped and there's a lot to wish for. However, I do think it's a very neat device and maybe someday I'll find a use case for it. In any case, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And leave a comment, tell us what you think about the Raon Digital Vega. Would you have bought one? Thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time.